so dark out. You're fading. That's more like it. Spin that stick. You've had better days. Your key energy is what you sound. It's flat out black out there. Super effective. It's starting to add up. Cut down. This one seems to be in good spirits, despite being left here for dead. Has heard that you have a sense of asks you to do the right thing for the sake of your conscience. It's only through your inner conflict you're held accountable for your actions. Is surprised you chose not to help. Feeling good is not the same thing as doing good.
See? On my side. Go, dog, go!
First instincts can be truly awful.
The fun thing is always the right thing.
Next time, look at it with a clear heart.
Darkly dark, dark.
Try to be friends with the beast. There it is, the tree of life. The idea that all life is related by common descent, where the twig... Every little bit helps. that plastic scrap over there? This story needs a hero. Let's see. It's a place well hidden. It's just below the above. Out of Date's impressed you made it this far, but there's still so much left to do. The end of the world is still on everyone's minds. You've beaten a path where you have the power to destroy or save everyone. He can sense that your heart beats steadily and acknowledges that the best way to find thinks it's important that you remember who you are and where you came from. Someone without knowledge. What do you think his are? He's the one that's called Out of Date, remember? Out of Date says there's a time for everything. And now there's no... Think of the present, because that's where you are. It's time to set your priorities as the one who completes things. If you continue to do good, if the world really does end, there won't be anywhere to run. So he's prepared for the worst, something he calls the Ark. He hopes you're right. He gets that you mean the journey continues either way, but personally... Out of Date says there's no clear record of the chain of events. He's found evidence on the Ark, records of a crisis, The contamination disrupted what we now know as Key. He's been... It was only those that changed that avoided... He understands you are curious about the ship at the foot of the tree. The Ark predates the back-in day. The Ark has room for 4 more, and he trusts you'll apply wisdom. He'll keep the seats open, and you are free to...
Duatulu Maua.
Out of Date says that from what he's heard, you've been busy.
Ya you Maua.
Out of Date says that even though he's
Ya you Maua.
he says he'll point you in the right direction, but finding Goop and... That's the sound of impending doom. Out of Date's premonitions of imminent disaster are true.
Tunuaba Vulua.
Out of Date says that Goop is worried.
Setuatan Pop Kila.
He explains that Goop is working on a goo gliding...
Setuatan Pop Kila.
Out of Date suggests that you should head southeast as fast as possible and
Solu Keta. Ya Wawanaway.
he wonders what's on your mind.
Tikamaperna.
Understands you have other... Not your size, but it'll work. The scrap keeps piling up. Listen to the creatures of the night. That there's Subnautica Station. Goop flounders around in there. We are lonesome animals that spend all our life trying to be less lonesome. Let's see. Says it's good to see you again. He's Goop. You might remember him from the old days when he tried to teach you how to swim. Goop says you were always so righteous as a child, and he can still feel it, even at a distance. Goop says memories fade surprisingly fast. We are all pieces of what we remember. He knows he's easy to remember. There's no one out there as cuckoo. He understands you've returned to face Lupa Lupin. That's the destiny you... He says that the catastrophe back then didn't vanquish the good in you. Now the time has come for you to remember and act. Your life is your life, not the story you're told about it. He thinks that's the right thing to do. It's only when you have forgiven...
The light shines on!
Better isn't the word I would use.
Right, not better. Best.
You're the worst.
The worst of being the worst. We're just the best.
Can hardly believe the world is going to make it. Thanks you for doing everything. Thinks the Myriad made a good match with you. But hey, back to the... Knows yesterday is already gone. It's what you do. He can't leave the Subnautica Station as the You should return when you've retrieved the scrap. There's no time to waste if... You're lucky that way. There's still cargo left on the shores from before the... This is turning out to be quite an expedition. Make sure... So much damage. You made it through another long night. just nasty. Biohazards make you puke. Control your... You need to line up the switches so they match. Good. That's enough electric current to initiate the actuators and activate the framework. He's got the goo glide functional. You'll have a pull hook and a salvage net, but no armor, and an engine strong enough to break through the thick... There are lots of valuables left behind on the surf floor that the salvage net will enable you to haul. Goop says Gizmo's devised a cannon for the goo glide, but instead of bullets, it flips quacks. Squeaky distractions for the triple attentive porky puff, which will give you time to get yourself in position. The best way to find quacks is to talk to Gulp. This means you'll have the privilege of visiting Gulp in the Sinky Dink. He'll be able to give you directions to where. He only knows what's visible to the naked eye. Gulp. With luck, it'll keep you out of the... Welcome to the Surf Archipelago, where the horizon rests on the surfy goo. You're poking around Hockbur, a prime village. This here is the Sinky Dink, home of Gulp, at the very least.
Ja.
He's pretty sure he's heard of you before, although the details are maybe a little hazy. He wonders if you have something for him to drink. Guesses he does, but it's a long life in a wild world. Sometimes he's shaken, not stirred. Says you look like you've got a powerful thirst to do. Wonders if you could take the time to help a man slake his own thirst. You'd be doing him a liquid solid. You're a do-gooder. Either way, he hopes you find a way to wet your whistle before the world comes to an awful... Says life's like a mystery drink. Sometimes it's amazing, and sometimes it's awful. But either way, you can't stop drinking. Sure, but that's nowhere near as quick and easy. Who wants to stop to chew? Wants to raise a glass to you getting the world fixed up a bit. Respects how you always try to help, no matter that the world's fate is hard to swallow. Sees why you joined up with the Myriad. They like something calm and soothing for your belly. But who cares about them? Says you'd be as bummed without a drink, and radium syrup especially. He can't move, much less think, as the power of his mind is direct. The drink helps him forget the state the world is in, but it only lasts until tomorrow. The world is still doomed, even if the sun goes up. It makes most dumber, but that's his special. He wants you to know he has other interests too. He's the Surfipelago's self-proclaimed ornithologist, for example. There are other ways than a cold drink to relieve stress, even in these dark times, and, fortunately for you, he can help. Watching Pippi's flap is calming, but better yet are the ones you can look at and touch, like quacks. Squeezing them is a great way to relax. Says he's not sure you can. Physically, that is. There's no squeeze in the world able to counteract it. Being over the waves beats being beneath them. That's some good e-waste there. The Quack Hollow. It's just lonely. Heroes make for the best stories. It's up to you if you want to be one. Needs a key. You need to line up the switches so they match. Good. That's enough electric current to initiate the actuators and activate the framework. Make that blade sing. It's all about destiny. Yours, mine, the entire world's.
Saruja. Saruja. Mukan bali.
That's enough quacks to sustain the Googlide flipper with infinite ammunition.
Saruja.
Goop says he was there when the Porky Puff took Out-of-Date's leg, so this world eater... After that, Out-of-Date started using his head instead of his legs and came up with the plan on how to better... He seems happy to talk. You need to help Goop defeat the Porky Puff before it destroys the southeast route. Wonders who thinks up these mechanical things. Has plenty to do, so no worries. He seems happy to talk. Thrilled to know you're on the side of those trying to improve things. You're one with the Ankati tribe in terms of karma. However, when an element is over... Says you should take it easy. He seems happy to talk. Says you should take it easy. Turned around in the dark.